I need the color line. My wife keeps telling me. We're getting to that age. No. But you know what? She has been investing in startups since Goa began. And so, I'm going to let you introduce your panelists and bring them up. Are you good? Or do you want to? Okay.
Mga from Manila Media.
Okay, I'll do it. So, we have some equal representation from Mindanao, from the Visayas, and Luzon. Now, oh wait, we're getting some feedback. Can you turn those down a little bit? The first one from Mindanao. I'm going to call you Pole, but it also could be P-O-L-L-Z. Pole, come on down. Next up, from Luzon. Tangkilik. Don't hold it against me. I just speak Tagalog. Okay, and from the Visayas, Cabaro. Come on down. Okay, give them a round of applause. Come on. Okay, alright. Did everyone hear the microphone? Do we have a microphone? Give me that. Okay. I'm going to give you my microphone. I trust you.
So thanks, Dave. We're going to do a bit of improv today. Are you game? Yes. All right. They don't really know what they're getting into. And that's really what it's like, right? So, but before that, I'll allow the two ladies and the gentleman to introduce themselves, introduce yourself first.
Hi, sir. I'll go
first. Yeah.
The foreign movie. So, maayong buntag sa inyo na. I will speak in our Filipino language. Maayong aga sa inyo na taga. So, my name is Tony Lusabia. I'm one of the cohorts graduate of DICD Region 6 Step Up. So allow me to word Step Up because I'm very happy to pronounce it. Startup, Tailor, Empowerment. And people-focused upskilling project. That's long, but I really love the word from DICD Step Up.
Okay, next DICD. And
I'm Abby, a Step-Up graduate from Region 4A. I'm a founder of Tagtilic, an impact-focused marketplace focused on local and sustainable products in the Philippines.
Hi everyone, my name is Miles, and I am a co-founder in Holy, a digital emergency communication system.
Okay, that was quick. Now, so I need a word from the audience, and they're going to have to react to it, share about it. So something has to be startup related, and you have to share the truth, right? So can I get a word from the audience? Something startup related. Did I hear fail? Did I hear fail? Pain. Okay. You can talk about pain point, your own pain, whatever. Talk about pain.
Okay, I'll go first. Alright, so my background is I'm advocating for women in tech. So I have this idea that without Step Up, without the digital program, I wouldn't know where to start. And that's the pain point for a lot of founders and people who have ideas. This is not limited to students, the professionals, but everyone in the Philippines that have this idea, have this solution. The pain point is always knowing where to start, what to do, where to go, and I'm glad that we have this program that allows us to be seen, be visible, and work within the framework. So yeah, that's my framework.
Great. And
the word was pain.
pain.
And we must tell the truth, but nothing but the truth.
Exactly.
So the pain for me is money. Yes, we understand being a startup. Majority of us, I don't know, personally, startups just first start as a side hustle. So working full time and working after 6 p.m. We're doing this our own passion, our own desires. And for me, it's so hard to let go our full-time jobs yet because we're just starting out. We're small, we're big. And that's the pain for me personally.
Well, thank you. Your first name again?
Sorry, my name is Gistoni.
Gestoni. Oh, don't forget, Gestoni here.
Well, for me, I'm not gonna say that it's pain. It's actually a challenge. I'm gonna call it challenge. As what you said, money, and of course, I'm not gonna like mention into details, but when it comes to marketing, the challenge for us is all the red tape. I'm like very confidential.
So, Red, having to deal with government, is that
Yes,
right?
our main, main market is actually LGU, it's like the government.
So it's, because you chose to work with your customer segment, government as your customer segment, you have to live with the pain, right? So what hacks have you done to deal with the red tape or the pain? Yeah, like, is it, what are the challenges you have with dealing with government that you have to do to get your job done?
For me, it's like, whenever we talk about, what is,
When you have to pitch to them, or how do you get their attention?
they actually like me to love the product because, everything. But then whenever, the challenge there is the money they have or the budget, if they can actually afford the product, that's much more.
I guess that's just really the challenge when you work with government as a customer. And for you, Ms. Shastani, how do you manage to
So I mentioned money.
address your pain?
Yeah, pain is kind of pain, which is temporary. And it's very easy to overcome and have lots of side hustles to take in order for this pain to grow. So I have to devote time, work to earn some side hustles in order to stay this app, this platform. It's manageable.
You can do it.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
For me, it's about knowing what you really need. Because people are in the government, even if like there are programs out there, resources, if you do not know as a founder what you really need to move forward, then it's going to be hard for others to help you. So, being a founder, you have that clarity of where you want to go, what you want to do, and how can you use the following resources that's available to you in order to move forward.
Great. See? You know you can think on your feet. Now I need another word. Another word, please. Value. Can I choose another person? Intention. Intention. Can you react to the word intention? What is your intention? Why did you do this?
I think for me, it's like synonymous with the purpose, right? For Tangkilik, there is like a lot of, there is a trend for conscious consumers right now, but there is no one platform where you can learn about local products in the Philippines. Yes, we have Kultura, however, it does not tell you what, who are the people behind it, what are their advocacies, how are they helping locally. So for us, and at Tangkilik, our purpose is to make it easier for everyone because we believe that everyone here wants to support something, to be part of something good. It's just a matter of like giving them the avenues to have people to support them. So that's what Tangkilik is. We bring it closer to these local brands with sustainable and other advocacies, and we bridge the gap. That's what we want to do, and I think that's the intention of Tangkilik.
Great. Would you like to also add in the word intention? Why did you do this?
Intention if I understand it correctly, the reason behind it, right? The meaning, because there's a problem. And I myself already immersed in that problem. So just a quick background, it's Akabaleva. It's actually a platform for seafarers. As a former seafarer myself, so I know there's a problem of that. And why don't I myself solve it? Decades ago, I was on board a ship. So right now, I'm talking to hundreds of people. And this opportunity gives me, why not give this voice for my industry to have this kind of platform for them, by them, and with them.
How many people are using Kabara?
Right now, because it's a web app and it transformed into an Android app, it has been downloaded around 10,000 users.
10,000 users?
Yes, exactly. It was developed during the height of the pandemic, where everyone is locked down. But the global economy, where of course ships, right, continue to deliver all the goods, needs seafarers, right? Needs us Filipinos there. So from a simple Facebook group, I'm not techy, so I use the low-code or almost low-code platform. So I don't code yet, but I have this idea. I don't need a very high-tech platform. Started as a Facebook group, and then it
Ato ni Mars, nasa Bidyaro. Diri dan.
I know how to create a website with lots of CMS platforms like WordPress. So I created this platform and it grew up until such today. So what's very happy is lucky the ICT startup was there to help us during our session since last year. So month by month we have this session with I think the partners during the region stage was the Spring Valley Tech Corporation with Sir Jonathan D. Sotariaga, and they teach us about the business acumen, strategy, financial management, and so on. So we were very, very happy, and we were very, gusto kong salita namin ito so grateful to them and for this opportunity.
Wonderful. So let's give it to the ICT. Give them a hand for helping the grassroots. So what's the code?
And for coding, it's very simple. We actually aim for emergency response machine. Like we wanted to be in a real time or more reliable when trying to reach out to the responder or without even without internet connection.
All right. So are you ready for the next word? This is the last. I promise you. All right. Let's have the third word. Anyone?
Sustainability.
Sustainability. Are you ready to answer that? How can you make your startup sustainable?
Okay, so this is like very in line with what Pancolic is. So again, Pancolic is like an impact-focused marketplace wherein you learn about the products in a way that you learn about the people who work. We're going to be sustainable because we're pushing green consumerism. An intentional purchasing shopping experience. It's a story-driven shopping experience where you learn about who are you supporting. You're not just like, buying, but it's like being part of something in a way that, as simple as buying, you become part of something good. And not only not pushing green consumerism, but also pushing for the circular economy, because you know how it goes when these brands thrive, then a lot of jobs are going to be made too. So that's how we're feeling. I think we're trying about the sustainability part.
How do you think you can make a startup sustainable?
It's, I'm gonna say, like an online marketplace wherein we take 10% commission on every sale. And we also think that we might partner with DTI because DTI has auto, is Caparate. And then when it comes to Cebu, when, for example, you are in Cebu, what are the products that you can buy in Cebu? And now you have that platform where you can just easily check all these products, and then literally, when the seller gives a sale, then we get like 10% commission.
Shistani, how are you going to make your startup sustainable?
Yes, sustainable for me on my platform, as long as there are users who keep using our platform, 500,000 of Filipino seafarers will keep using it, and 1,000 of market companies keep giving us this chance to help this and connect with Filipino seafarers. I think that our platform for the next 5 years or 10 years, and just giving it a vision to become a super app in the future. And we hope, of course, a concerted agency for our industry like the Marina and other agencies concerned for the Filipino seafarers will help us to make this small platform grow and become part of daily task for the Filipino seafarers.
After the seafarers, are you thinking of expanding to another?
Exactly, because the word Kabalo is just not just speak to a word seafarers. In fact, if I will just add, Kabalo comes from a Tagalog word Balo. We're in the same place from Tagalog side. So Kabalo is very popular for people who are men in uniforms, like policemen, like soldiers. So very popular for Parigoy brotherhood. So sooner or later, Kabalo becomes for Filipino seafarers, for the IT jobs, for the teachers, for the construction workers.
Okay, and for clothing?
And like you mentioned earlier, our entry point is the LGBT. But then we also have apps and image devices that actually that can be sold to households or private sectors and businesses.
Okay, so you have another customer segment. All right. Okay, so we're being given the signal here, and I know I put you in a tough spot, but that's really the startup journey. You really never know what to expect, and sometimes the wisdom will come from the crowd. People who you meet on the street will give you ideas on how you can further improve your business. And before you go, I'd like to know what's your ask. And while you're here, maybe it's time for you to do your 1-minute elevator pitch.
So daghang salamat, niyo salamat, and I won't take much of your time. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you for the men and women behind this co-op, and hopefully we'll see each other again. Thank you.
Okay, so my ask will be, I'll go around later, especially with a lot of investors and like startup founders here. We are on the early stages, conceptualization, haven't done a prototyping. So I'll go around and like ask for feedback because like these people are already accomplished, and I think I've gained a lot of insights from you guys. So yeah, and let's build the killing.
Well, I think they already said what I actually say, but I just want to thank the opportunity that I'm able to share and to talk. And this is actually my first time talking in the crowd. It's very honored, and I think it's actually a compliment. Thank you.
Okay, here you have it. So, experts in the audience who can share about two-sided platform, e-commerce, and disaster. Please help these startups, and next year hopefully they're going to come here again and tell us their story. Thank you very much for the audience for participating, and thank you very much for these 3 startup founders brave enough to come to this fireside. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, guys.